Hello everybody and welcome back to part 3 of Slay the Princess. So, what have I been doing so far is I have been trying to find different routes to give each version of the princess to the entity to build itself up. I do not know if this is going to be the last gameplay. I have absolutely no idea. So for now, I'm just gonna do a lot of dialogue skips and probably talk in between. Because we already know what all this is going to be. So we're just going to turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
This is what happened to us last time. He's gonna try to persuade us. What if I say I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending? I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own.
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever.
Okay, what if I say that?
I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Alright, I think I walked away. And now I'm looking at this. I think I walked away on the chapter 2 part. So I think I came up with another idea. Okay, first part. I'm just going to walk away and then I'm going to walk away if this happens again. Second part, I'll walk away and then I'll return to the cabin. Something like that. Third option I'm thinking about is to go talk to her. Kind of take the... I don't know if I should take the blade with me. If I take the blade with me, she might be... She's going to be... Yeah, if I take the blade... I'm thinking here. Because if she's nice, and I don't take the blade and I tell her I'm going to leave her, come back in chapter 2, and I don't know if that's going to be any different. Thinking about like 4 now. Okay, let me focus.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Quietly continue down the path.
Your silence is deafening.
I want to know.
But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation.
Oh, this is too funny. Oh man, I can't continue being silent. Damn. No, I don't want to do it. Oh yeah, well, I guess I start walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
The music.
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures.
Oh, you're doing this.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
The fudge?
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on?
What's going on indeed?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do, otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness, but it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Chapter 2, The Stranger. Okay,
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there.
Oh.
It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know, I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
What new voice did I get this time?
He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
So I'm just gonna lie and say, yep, okay, heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay that princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning before you go any further.
Yada, yada, yada.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind. The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space.
Hold
It's all
on.
shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Oh shit, this is trippy.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths. Its material devoid of feature.
This is so
Perched on
trippy.
that table is a
Look at
pristine
that.
blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window.
I like
Good
that
as a
one.
knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway. No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
I'm hearing whispers.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
This here.
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Let's explore. Let's approach the mirror again.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
I'm gonna keep going towards the mirror just in case it has something to do.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. You reach forward and rub your hand, but there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Oh. If I take the blade, will she be mean to me? I don't want her to be mean to me. I want to throw the blade off the window, something like that. Let's take the blade this time.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Hold the blade the other way.
You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations. Yes! Isn't this so much better?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Oh! I could throw the blade off the window!
Yes, do it!
High five!
Seriously. You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it.
I love this! I freaking love it!
We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends. Been there, done that.
Get on with it, right?
I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon.
Yeah, we're fine.
What's done is done. Good luck, hero.
Can somebody just give me a high five?
The door to the basement creaks
What
open,
the fudge?
revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
The fudge?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
No. Let's do this.
We don't even have a weapon.
It's fine.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
I like this. Take the harsh, take the center. Let's take the harsh stairs to the left.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs until there's nothing left in them to feel. The air around you grows cold the further you progress. At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold. Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you just going to stand there?
What?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Getting down here was weird. Like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me?
What, like you need me to hold your hand and tell you everything's okay? You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
I don't even know.
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
What?
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures, and where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter?
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have... Oh, new plan! Let's see if we can make even more of her.
I like that one. I like that plan right there. Hold the phone. Look at this. Look at this right here. So if I have these options here, this one, the last one, is 3 options. I'm getting you out of here. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything. Leave her in the basement, and regardless, think of what time through. Ah, let's try this one.
Wait, that's not right.
I know it's not right.
Go on.
Oh!
Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
You're not making no sense.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Oh, that was the 3 choices we could have made. You know, that's what I was thinking for the one, like, you know, not take the blade, but just kind of go there and then just drop it and just leave her.
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
What the hell?
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this.
How?
How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
It's going to be okay. Well, the entity just took her in that part? What? But you'll never know if she hears you reply. She's gone. Memories return.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
I'm confused.
And there's that mirror again.
That happened way too
Why not?
fast, though. Let me just approach the mirror. It's going to be okay. Let me say the same thing over again.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. You're not messing with us, right?
Not at all. And just like before, we approach the mirror. We gaze into the reflection and silence as we reach forward. They're gone once again. The memory always makes them feel late, but you need to see what's in it. You're unraveled. What? Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Alright, there she is. Alright, let's see what the deity has to say about this one.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction. A winding kaleidoscope of paths and walks. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
There's trees and stars, and there are people. I think, at least, there are supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, Nothing can't exist.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
No. The point of awakening is to find out.
Oh, look at this. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No. Their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
I want to help her. I want to help her, though. So he does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Oh shit, we need to bring her one more. If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you. I will see you when you return. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
So, she just closed the game on me. Give me a sec.
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Wow. That's a nice concept right there. Yeah, I was gone mere moments because I was in the middle of a recording, lady. I can't wait for you for a week or so.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
I gotta stop scaring myself with that. All right. Let's see here. So
You're on a path. You're here to...
All right. What am I going to do here? What am I going to do that's going to be completely different? I need to bring her a vessel, but it's going to be the last one. What can I do? So let's just see. Let's just go with okay, thanks.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Thanks, narrator. Let's not enter the basement, but I do have a theory. Not a theory right now, but I think I could do something. I'm gonna go to her, be all nice and everything.
Creaks open, revealing a staircase
And I'm gonna leave her.
by an unseen
I'm gonna leave
light
her.
in the room below.
Here we go. I think this is the option that I was looking for. I'm gonna keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
I made my choice. I'm locking her in the basement.
I know
That's what I
you think
wanted.
this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
That's the one I want.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Oh. All right. This is what I want. This is what I wanted to do last time.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
No, we're sticking to the plan and locking her down here.
You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
Oh, shit.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. But it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
Not by these headphones.
No, it doesn't.
So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster.
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
She's just playing an act.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Well, fudge.
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of
Shit!
that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
Not really.
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The Nightmare, Chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh! What if he hears us?
Oh shit.
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit.
No! I like that one.
I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save after all.
Alright, let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
That is true.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone. The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture is a long table knocked on its side in the corner of the room.
Hello.
A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
Hello, strange faces are scaring the living shit out of me right now.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it.
Alright, so we're gonna want to look at the mirror.
What happened to the door? There was a door here last time.
Oh, there's no door here.
It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Approach the mirror, and we're just gonna skip these couple of parts.
You walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. You reach forward and rub your... Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad. Very different. I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right? She knows that we're here. Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died. You certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Let's just enter the basement.
We should have taken the knife again. I don't think she's going to take an olive branch. We need something sharper. You cross over the threshold
shit.
and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
I'm going to talk to her.
Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago? She can't be trusted. Talking won't do you any good. Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking anyway.
I just want to do it.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Go right.
You turn to the right.
I'm hearing voices. Okay, I'm getting a little creeped out here, everybody. Hold on. All right, I guess those are my headphones, but I swear I could hear footsteps. I literally just checked out this entire place, and just for safety reasons, I'm creeping myself out a lot.
A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
I
told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
No little knife this time. It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
Then why is she like this?
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Heart. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
Okay, this is very creepy.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left.
What do you mean, seconds left?
Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
Liver, nerves.
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. The way out of here is nowhere to be seen. That isn't my fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is, because fighting her isn't an option right now. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you? Nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
Oh, that is so cool.
Lungs, liver, nerves.
What happened after you killed me last time? No, wait.
Liver.
What good am I to you alive? What do you want from me? Why won't you finish me off?
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to.
Why?
Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lung. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then... Shit, make her stop! Hey, snap out of it. Okay, deep breath.
I'm actually feeling this.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart. You're back. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Lungs,
One moment,
liver,
and
nerves,
then you're
heart,
gone.
lungs, liver,
Just
nerves,
like
heart,
that.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Ah,
lungs, liver,
and there's the
nerves,
fear.
heart, lungs, liver, She pulls away.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it? I've already done that. Lungs, liver, nerves.
What if I say we don't have to be enemies? We can work together. We can be friends even.
Would you look at that? You're suggesting exactly what I want. Somebody's ahead of the curve. I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can live without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
And if I let you out, what then? Do we go our separate ways?
No, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
If you need me alive, then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me?
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
You're a lunatic, you know that.
Like I said, I am what I am. And right now, I'm in control. So, you might want to be a little nicer to me.
She raises one long gloved finger, its tip hovering just over your skin, seeming to enjoy the lingering threat. But she withdraws, sparing you another momentary glimpse of death.
Is this gonna be faster now? So since this is gonna be the last one before the entity gets her, I wanna see how I can play this one out.
And we're stuck down here together until you change your mind.
Static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear. No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Or until your heart finally gives out. And then, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too. That's how this all works, right? This doesn't end until you let me out. And a lot can happen before that. I'm sure I can get creative.
I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave, and I'm not going to try and kill you, so do your worst.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken. No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next.
That's
The
creepy as
worms
hell.
have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out!
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out!
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
What the hell have I done this time?
You can't keep going? Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Chapter 3. Chapter 4. Whoa. The moment of clarity.
You're on a path in the... Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing? There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember. You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you?
So many times, narrator dude. So many times.
I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out. No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything. No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever, I think.
How many voices do I have now?
We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart? We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere. There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her, so we have to set her free. Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us? To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love. Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us.
That's what I was just thinking.
This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
I've been here so many times, narrator. I think that's a good question. How many times have you all been here?
Many times. It feels like we've been here forever, but it also feels like we've barely been here at all. It doesn't matter. Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine, it just goes on and on.
But that doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this, and some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those other times? Did someone else make the decisions?
What does here even mean if you really think about it? Shut up. You were here. Every single time. You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order. And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged. You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget. I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
Okay, so let's go with, if I don't remember what I did, then it couldn't have been me that did it.
Don't think about that too hard. All it will do is weaken your resolve and make it that much harder for you to slay her. Maybe you're shattered in your own way. Are you your memories? Or are you the one perceiving the present moment? Ugh, here you go philosophizing again. It never goes anywhere. Yes, this is far from the first time you've asked us about consciousness. Who am I? What am I? What is I? Who even cares? They're good questions, great questions even, but they don't have any answers. And they all just end in quivering torment. It doesn't matter what we do because we always find her, and if we don't find her, she always finds us.
And then she smashes us into smaller pieces.
If you all just stopped feeling, we could have been done with this ages ago. Your thoughts are far too scattered to rein back in. Your only option is to silence them.
I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her.
I don't care how you feel. You have to slay her. You have to pull yourself together. You have to snap out of it.
You're lucky you haven't been stuck here like the rest of them. There's no other way to keep going.
You either need to forget or you need to stop feeling much of anything.
I'm trying to think of something.
They can't do either. He's not wrong. He's the only smart one left, if you ask me.
He's worse than her.
What if we don't go to the cabin? Wait, can you make sense of them?
There's nothing worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized. And yet, you aren't. We break apart, and you stay the same.
That is true.
Yeah, what's your secret? Why can you break the rules when we can't?
What if we don't go to the cabin?
We've tried that. It doesn't work. Our hearts always brought us back to her. The deck is stacked. So many paths, and they're all circles.
Alright, so let's go to the cabin, I guess.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it.
Exactly.
He always lies. And he always makes it gone.
That's true.
Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do. She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
And what's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up. You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free.
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
So I have like I counted like 10 voices. Not sure if I miscounted, but I counted like 10 voices in the head this time.
Proceed. Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific.
The mirror narrator, the entity.
That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them. And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see?
We're one step closer to her.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and unsettling as it may be, the only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. It's the only way forward.
It's the only way forward. You already tried everything else, don't you remember? You have to take the blade or take the blade. You have to take the blade. Let's try to do this.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth. You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep, deep in the bowels of the earth.
Oh shit!
You see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread. It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
This is terrifying indeed.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
Closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
And closer.
This is absolutely terrifying. I'm just gonna say that. This is the absolutely terrifying thing I ever saw.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
And closer.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take my hand and let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too. A witness. Oh, I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pause. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
Why are these all blacked out? Is there a way to unlock them? Maybe? You're just an object, a tool. You once were something else a long time ago. But was that something you, or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There is no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
The entity will get you.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm the bad one. I'm creating these different versions of the princesses for the entity. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here. Finally, we can smash it. Oh, will you stop with the smashing? What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves. Yeah. I think I'd like that. Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
All right, everybody, this is it. This is it. This is it. This should be the last one. I am hoping, I am believing so. There's not even an option to tell the other voices in our head, don't be afraid. The only option is to approach the mirror. You step towards the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden. Its mysteries remain unsolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready.
This is what I've been waiting for. Of course I'm ready.
It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here.
Oh, I swear that one is so me.
Boys, it's been an honor.
Silence as you reach forward, then gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Nothing. You are nothing at all. Hold on. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it, a figure, faint and veiled in the shadow just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Oh. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. That's the narrator? Oh, Mr. Narrator! I got so many questions for you. Let's see here what to do. I have to pick my things correctly. Wait. All right. I need to pick my questions correctly because, you know, sometimes when you pick a question, it leads to a different option. I need to pick the one that I want. Hold on. First is off. You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Oh shit, I gotta pick this up. I gotta pick this correctly because I don't think I have that much time. I can ask a lot of questions. Here, let's do this one right here. I was made to do the single task. Why made me? What am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Oh shit. You said she contains death. What is she?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
All right. Let's see here. There are so many questions. Yet I know I can't ask the narrator before he's completely destroyed. I have to think. Why did you make her a princess?
I didn't make her a princess, but I wove the idea of her into something your scattered mind could fathom. You chose for that something to be a princess.
Damn, I want to take that question back. If you want me to destroy the concept of transformation, how is the existence any better than death? Or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Here we go. This is the one I wanted to ask. I've met you many times. Have you been the same you all along?
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon.
and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
If I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will, but it will all be worth it.
I think I can ask this one. What will it be like to live in a world without her?
Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life. Forever. There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
Does anyone else know about this? Does anyone else know about us? There's so many questions. I gotta pick something good. Here, what about this one? Why will you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
Alright, come on, I gotta pick something good. Oh, here we go. How about this one? So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me, I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Running out of questions. Oh no, I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. Rest easy, lie. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
I kind of feel bad for the narrator, to be honest. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with a newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Bring the moment of clarity to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to hear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Okay.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Oh my god.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
No, I want to ask, do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversations?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Right here. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
What the heck?
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
You speak about life and death, and change and stagnation. But that isn't what any of this has been about.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me.
Mob you. There is no beginning to them, and there is no end. And there is no end. There is only the flood of bodies. There is only the flood of bodies. In every moment you hold every possible sensation at once. And then you hold them all again. Sensation at once. And then you hold them all again. But in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything. We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I existed without you.
Have you? Or is what you think of as independence merely an illusion? Without me, you can have no contrast. And without contrast, you have no shape.
You are weightless, suspended in the gravity of an idea that threatens to consume you. And you are alone. A tiny island caught between the death of the old world and the birth of the new. But alone is not helpless.
Did I make her powerful or something?
When you were confronted with my vessel's apotheosis, you chose against all odds to defy me, to hold on to your inner self with all its flaws, even in the scorching light of my divinity. Without me, there are no externalities to resist, and it is struggle that carves meaning into consciousness.
What are the woods then? What is the cabin? What is the time we spent apart if not me existing as myself?
Time spent away from me is still time spent in reference to me. Even then, both of us are more than our bodies. Am I not in the trees? Am I not in the cabin? Am I not in you?
She's throwing shit back at me.
Spirits, with violence you strand. What force between choosing your death and forfeiting your body? You chose agency. But agency requires action. And action requires endless tapestry of events. In your final moments would you remove action itself from reality?
I wouldn't be here if destroying you will leave all of reality a colorless blur.
You place far too much trust into the ravings of a fearful and ignorant soul who overstepped his bounds.
Your love ray tried to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
I'm going to continue down this path of my independence. I'd rather trust an arrogant soul who died trying to make things better than a god who let the wheel of suffering turn forever.
Intent is nothing. Wisdom is everything. I turned the wheel because suffering is a falsehood, a delusion. It is up to the world to free itself of it. Would you plunge yourself into a cold and empty eternity on faith alone? Would you destroy the only other thing like you to save a world you've never seen?
Alright, this is it. As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Which heroes are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
You have no idea. Oh, you have no idea how good it is to hear you.
It's good to be here. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
All right, everybody. I'm gonna do this. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Then let's go.
Did I get trapped in this cycle again?
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
Oh, look at the bodies in the window.
Do you need me to describe things?
Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
If the offer still stands... Yeah, I want to go with this one. It's funny, after everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Oh, most definitely. You don't know how long I've been here. I've been in this chair hours recording the entire game. I'm not gonna lie. When you see all 3 parts of these game, it's just literally me sitting the entire day. If the offer still stands, can you describe the cabin for me for old time's sake?
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows.
With bodies outside.
There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Yeah. Take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
I want to know why the blade is so important, though.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here?
There was either a voice or not a voice.
I don't know what you want for us.
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
What's that knife for? Have you changed your mind? Are you going to kill me?
Probably.
What if we just talk for a bit? Maybe we can figure this out.
I want to kill the princess. But maybe I just want to talk to her for a bit. Are you the same as you are out there?
I don't feel the same. I feel smaller.
What? I don't want to be a god. I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this.
I don't think there's a way out, but maybe there doesn't have to be an ending. I'm able to do the things you believe me to be able to do. So make me put it all back. Help me fix the Echo's construct and make us both forget. Help me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up, before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Would resetting it do anything to help them? The people out there, if you continue to exist, then don't they continue to die and suffer?
If you can believe this helps them, then it will help them, right?
Ooh, I'm left with a tough choice, aren't I? We're going to find ourselves back here eventually.
And when we do, we'll make the same choice. We'll choose to forget, and we'll reset everything, again.
If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
Maybe we have done all of this before. Maybe we're supposed to do this forever.
How do you know that things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here, I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
None of that will happen, because you'll still be you, and I'll still be me.
How do you know that? We have to decide to do this every single time forever. Eventually something is going to be different.
I know because it doesn't matter how many times we've hurt each other.
Shit.
I've never stopped caring about you. And if you feel the same, then everything is going to be okay.
Shit, I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. I don't want to forget you.
I don't want to forget you either. But unless we do this, you'll have to choose, right now, between me and everyone else.
This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I decided. I'm not going to say nothing. I've decided. Not even a sorry.
So this is really it then?
Yep. That's my choice.
So this is what it feels like to actually die. I think this is for the best. I don't know what the world would be like without me. But it can't be that bad if it still has you in it. I've always loved you. Don't forget me.
I feel so bad though, but if she resets everything, I'm going to be trapped in a loop, I guess. You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small melancholical weight that sits at the boards of your heart. The tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carried a part of what should be you. Things won't be now as they were then, but they are nothing either.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
So we finally did the job, right? No, she's not. A small part of her is with us.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter, we don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
You leave the basement behind. Oh, I got so traumatized there. Then the stairs. And I'm trapped. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
The path of the woods outside are empty canvases, but There is even more to see beyond the place, the fruits of your labor, a world free from death. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensations in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and beyond in agonizing tension to finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides of infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. So I'm a god now. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. Oh, what's going on here? And then the shattering. You are free, and before you lies the endless expansion of absolute reality. A new absolute reality, one forged by your own will, and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
It's finally over, isn't it? But all of us are still here. We really won. We're the house now. We get to make the rules. The whispering, the coercion, the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this.
That wasn't very hard at all. Speak for yourself.
I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable. Time mends a lot of things. You'll get better. It's good to be back. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We can do that, yeah? Yeah. We can do that.
We slayed the princess. Game over. Wow. So, that was the ending. We basically became a god and nothing good happened. We killed her. That's the end of things there. Wow. You know what I love about this is the fact that there are more ways to to basically form her, you know? Form her, mold her into a way that she wants to be molded or something. How you call it, I don't believe that any of that has to do towards the end. But there are a lot of alternatives to what kind of version she could be. Oh, I got the good ending. Doesn't count. Screw you. Hey, if I got the good ending on my first try, I'm happy with that. But damn. That's funny. Let's return to the main menu. All right. Wow. Okay, give me a second, everybody. I want to check something out really quickly, though. Hold on. All right, let's see here. So now I'm looking at the achievements here. The body, it's you, the real slave, the princess starts here. You've grown, you withered, you're unreal. All of this is you. Our song, finish the game, good ending, doesn't count. This is what I got. Run out of questions, death of the author. You're in love, will set you free. Bring the damsel to her. How do I know which ones I didn't get, though? That's what's confusing me right now. Well, let me take a look quickly. Shouldn't have worked. Take the bait from your foe. Okay, that's interesting. The scorpion. A new and unwinding dawn, and everyone hates you. Slay the princess and make some enemies along the way. How do you do that? Just as you once were nothing, so you have become nothing once again. This is acceptable. Unleash the power of pacifist on your foe. Fall to the rest of your life. You don't know what you're doing. Freeze in front of a creature on your first meeting. What could I make you to stop? Successfully take the fight to a creature in his den. Have a voice ruin your happy ending. Share a thorny prison. Successfully flee from a creature in its den. Foul a predator by faking its own death. Strike the heart from the belly of the beast. Fight you unharmed. Okay, so a couple of these I already got. Got that one. I'm seeing new stuff that I really haven't gotten at all. A beautiful vessel. A mournful vessel. And this one looks interesting. A pharaoh vessel. Godly vessel. Oh, I got that one. Bring the apocalypse to her. Oh, okay. I see the ones that I got. I see the ones that I got. Abandon her in a thorny prison. Really? I'm sorry, but this is like all fascinating to me of the different endings. All right, this is what I'm going to do, everybody. This is what I'm going to do. Come a little closer. Come a little closer, okay? Not that close. A little bit farther. All right. So, I would like to do one more run of this. But this is what I want to do. This one run that I would like to do, I want to do a little bit of research. I want to get the I believe I have to start a new game. So when I start a new game, I want to try to get the vessels that I haven't gotten in the last gameplays. So it's going to be a lot of skipping, and it's going to go to only the parts with the new dialogue and featuring some other vessels. I'm going to take a look at what new vessels there are. And from there, I'm going to do a little bit more research and see what can I change differently towards the end. Unless that is the true end and it really doesn't matter. You know, you slay the princess and that's it. You finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. Probably I can do things a little bit more differently though. But I really do enjoy this game. It's really creative, really well made, beautiful narrative, beautiful drawing concept. Like, it's just full narration. But I have so much fun with this, and there is nothing more I love than always thinking of my steps. I'm thinking what could happen. I'm an overthinker, so this fits me perfectly. But there are a lot of a lot of choices that I can make. For example, the thorny prison. I kind of want to figure out how on earth to get there. But I do want to do a little bit of research on how to get there, because I don't want to be stuck at the computer for 5 hours trying to figure out how to get to this part. I want to know how to get to this part. And then when I get to this part, I just start thinking of decisions that I can make. Because I know towards the end, when I give her all the vessels, it doesn't matter, because she will form into a god. Either I can go with her or I can challenge her like I've done before. I finished the game and good ending doesn't count. I want to do this one, but I want to see, maybe I'll reset her. Maybe I'll reset her and tell her, okay, let's start over again. Or I'm going to join her in godhood. Something like that. But in order for me to get up to that part, like, I could just go back and I could just reload a previous save, and then we can kind of see what the other endings that are there. But that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do. I want to do a little bit of research. I want to see, I believe it was 5 bodies. Yeah, I believe it was like 5 or 4 bodies that you had to give her to ascend to godhood, something like that. I want to see the different bodies that could be created. I want to make those bodies in a new gameplay, and then I want to choose a different ending. And it's all just going to be one big part. Just one huge gameplay. A lot of skips, but I'm not going to skip over the new dialogue. I'm just going to, constantly keep skipping so that way we can all experience, the new vessels and a different ending, yada, yada. You know what I mean? I kind of want to do that. I really do. I'm going to write that down so I do not forget to do that. But let me know in the comments section if you would like for me to do that. Because if you really would like for me to do that, I'll just drop everything and do it right away. Just get started on that right away. But if you don't, then, I'm going to start recording a couple of more gameplays and, it'll pop out eventually. But if you all want to see it now, just let me know in the comment section down below. But that is the end of Slay the Princess. Like I said, beautiful, beautiful game. No wonder it has overwhelming positive feedback on the Steam store. I am so glad I bought it. And I really do hope all of you will love to see one final gameplay. And yeah, that's all I have to say. It's just wow. Just wow. What a beautiful, beautiful game. Hope you all enjoy this. And remember, just leave a comment down below of what I mentioned before. I'm not going to repeat myself because I am tired. I have been here the entire day. But I hope you enjoy this gameplay as much as I do. Definitely leave a comment down below. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And I will definitely catch you on the next episode. Remember, everybody, if you see this video, there's probably a poll out for the next game. Catch you all later.